We're going to look at some of the program here at NVIT, becoming an AI engineer in 7 months, zero to AI engineer. That means you don't need to kind of be an expert or have any knowledge. Once you know how to use a computer and then you're interested, we're able to pivot you to train you from ground zero to become a master AI engineer within 7 months. Okay, well, that is within 28 weeks. So once again, thank you very much. My name is John. I'm an instructor here and a lead engineer, solution architect in NVIT here in Frisco, Texas. And so you can become an AI ML engineer in 7 months. If you plan your time, you're able to commit 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 times a week. That's 9 hours in a week for 28 weeks. Be able from ground zero, you become an AI engineer. So you learn a lot of things to become an AI engineer. So we have a program. If you go to learn.nvit.tech and you go to the program page, you're able to see various programs. And all our programs are approved by the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act for resident in Texas, resident in Louisiana. You are able to apply for these programs if you are qualified for them or eligible for them. For people that are not eligible, we also have discounted programs. Course where you pay, get some scholarship, and you're able to pay the other one instrumentally, or you can pay upfront, right? And this it's a program is fully hands-on live project path to job readiness in this AI era. What differentiates us here in NVIT is that it's live and hands-on. You're not listening to videos. You don't just play videos. No, it's a live instructor-led program, right? Real-time session with big tech veterans from Microsoft, from IBM, AWS, Google, and the rest, and you get instant feedback while engaging in high-stake interactive learning environment. And then there are hands-on live projects. We don't just teach the theory, we build production-grade AI applications for actual business cases, and then proving your expertise to an employer. So within the 28 weeks, it's a regular structured 7-month journey designed to take you from foundational engineering to enterprise level AI deployment in the various framework. And then, of course, we have career support, end-to-end assistance to land your dream job, 6 figures and above, including senior level technical vetting. So we support you building your ATS resume and making sure that you are ready. So we have dedicated mock interview ready for you as well. And the first month, we focus on what we call engineering foundations. And the engineering foundation that prep you for AI engineer, we focus on Python for artificial intelligence, where you master advanced data structure, object-oriented programming like the OOP, design for scalable AI engineering. And these are foundationals, right? So you are able to understand the foundational engineering that takes you to understand how AI are built, how models are trained, and that type of thing. And then again, we have what we call the mathematical essentials. Here we try to deep dive into linear algebra and probability. So the mathematical language of machine learning models are what we'll focus here in terms of what we call the maths essential, where we try to explain linear algebra and probability, that is like the core foundation for machine learning. Okay. Then we also have what we call the model logic. Here, where we teach you understand the foundational mechanics of how models process, the models learn and generalize from or generate or generalize data from data's ability, or bring techniques into data. And again, our this is fully hands-on. You establish a professional GitHub repository for and build your own first production-ready machine learning script. And so here, the first month really focus on making you to stand up to understand the foundational engineering techniques such as Python, understanding how data are structured, understanding what we call the object-oriented programming, the basic in terms of learning variables and those things that are very core to programming in, or to learn or to become an AI engineer. And then again, we look at the maths essential. Again, this is literally focused on linear algebra, which is a very unique key thing that will help you. And probability. These are the core thing that will really help you to excel. The month 2, we focus on machine learning core. Here we look at the ML pillars. When we talk about the ML pillars, master, supervised, and non-supervised learning, which is the core engine of predictive modeling, right? So, and here will also features engineering, like learning the art of data transformation to unlock maximum model performance and accuracy. Okay, so those are the things you will learn here. And then there's also here we focus on as well talking about evaluation and bias. And you see, there's what we call hallucinations and bias, right? Data can be trained to behave. Human beings are biased. Data can be trained to use that techniques to kind of either criticize or being biased, that kind of thing. So we implement rigorous testing to ensure that the models are accurate, they are fair and ready for real world use. And here again, this is a live project where you complete an end-to-end machine learning project from raw data injections to what we call model evaluations. Okay, so this is what you will learn in the second month. Again, we are taking you from ground zero to become a master AI engineer. For the month 3, we focus on what we call a deep learning system. So we're architecting how you architect deep learning system, where here you know the neural architecture, the debugging failures, and generative foundations. So when we talk about the neural architecture, we'll talk about where we deep dives into the CNN, the RNN, and the underlying training logic that power the modern artificial intelligence system, where you have the neural network and either recurrence or those type of general type of neural network architecture. Okay, so those are the things that you will learn here. And then you will learn also method and master the techniques to fix converging models, and then solve complex architectural bottleneck. Because the whole artificial intelligence systems, especially deep systems, they are models in a very deep level type of architecture. right? And there could be bottlenecks. So you need to learn how to debug them. Another thing that is very fundamental is generative foundations. So where we will introduce you to visions and generative model. So where you set the stage for advanced Gen AI applications. And again, this is hands-on, okay? You develop a deep learning project with custom training logic and architectural insight. This gives you deep knowledge of everything that you try to do, okay? And so, but mind you, we are learning completely uh, various things that will take us to, um, to this part. So what we are learning, you must understand um, what we are learning that is to really, really be helpful to become a very clear engineer. For the Mont 4, okay, Mont 3 architecting deep learning system, Mont 4 we try to leading the generative AI revolutions. Here we pay more attention to transformers and attentions. Here you master the architecture, powering large language models like the GPT from OpenAI, the ChatGPT or whatever, the OpenAI, and the clock from Anthropy, or you focusing on self-attention mechanism, and then embedding what we call the vector search, like learn how AI retrieve information like this, the RAG, or what we call the retriever augmented generations, right? You retrieve AI, how AI retrieve information using high dimensional vector space and semantic search, so that like you have a RAG systems and those type of things. Then you also learn natural language processing foundations, where advanced learning natural language processing technique for language understanding and generation. And here the focus, the milestone here is that you build a product grade large language model powered system. It's not just prompt, right? Prompt is good. Knowing how to prompt is very okay, but learning how to build those things are very, very important. And understanding the foundation architecture that makes up those things are very important. Month 5, you will be bridging the gap where you do what we call you demo to product from demonstrations to production. And here, what we do is that there is a kind of a model deployment. And so, where you master the transition from your local notebooks, that is your local machine, local work environment, to scalable production environment by turning your models into robot APIs, maybe for other platform to use. And then, of course, you learn vector database, you learn to manage high dimensional data at enterprise scale for efficient retrieval augmented generations, like I mentioned earlier, which is called the RAG, where you have a knowledge based on document or library, and the system now know how to query them and use them very well. Beyond that, also, we have monitoring and CI/CD, right? So where you implement continuous integrations and deployment pipeline, ensuring that your AI systems stay healthy and accurate. And what the milestone here for the week 5 is that deploy a production style AI system with full monitoring and evaluation pipeline. For the week 6, we do real world AI engineering. And the key thing that we are after here is that we are after developing a complex data pipeline for real world industrial scenario. And to do this, there's what we call data pipeline at scale, where you build the robots infrastructure that feed production AI system with high quality data. And then, of course, you look at the security and privacy in terms of implementing ethical AI deployment and protecting sensitive data in high stake environment. And say, for instance, you do your deployment in AWS or Azure or GCP or IBM, whatever, wherever, you can deploy them in a very high scale environment and set up the pipeline. And then again, in the industry use case or case studies, applying AI solutions to real world challenge, a challenge. Maybe it could be fintech, it could be healthcare, or you are building or in the software as a service sector, building a product or whatever type of thing, or ed tech or whatever product you are building. This is what you do. So this is a very wonderful training that I encourage everybody to join. Then, of course, week 7, you're already grounded. You become a master, where you we focus on enterprise readiness and portfolio polishing. What we do here, enterprise readiness, you master the soft skill like technical vetting, senior level interviewing prep to trade in a corporate AI environment or AI project environment. And then again, of course, we focus here around portfolio polishing in terms of you've analyzed 3+ production grade project, ensuring that employers are ready and then showcase your full technical range, right? So you are ready to partake in any type of interview and able to go out there and then join any project even at a senior level. And then career launch. Here we do a career launch. Here you direct network opportunity with industry lady and a partner to ensure your high skills, right? So graduate as a job ready AI engineer with a robot proof portfolio and enterprise technique vetting. Okay, so those are the steps. So again, your path to zero upfront cost is there. So if you go to learn.nvit.tech, you're able to check if you are qualified for the WIOA. Of course, it's as a zero cost to you. And then you can launch your AI career today. Just quickly go to learn.nvit.tech. Again, learn.nvit.tech. You are able to join us. Once again, good morning, and thank you very much for attending today time of